Hello, my name is Clay Andrews, and I run the website relationshipinnergame.com with the help of Mika Medella. One thing that a lot of people really struggle with is breakups and learning how to get your ex back. Some people will say to just forget about your ex, to move on, and just start a new relationship. I don't necessarily agree with that. After all, a breakup is just another form of conflict in a relationship. You wouldn't call it quits after a fight or a misunderstanding in your relationship, would you? Now, of course, there are reasons you might not want to get back together with your ex, but there are also plenty of good reasons to work things out and make up. You might be able to develop more maturity, practice forgiveness, and learn to love someone in a deeper and fuller way. There are also a lot of questionable websites out there that claim they can show you how to manipulate your ex with coercion and force them to get back together with you by inspiring feelings of jealousy with petty and immature mind games. We both know that this isn't a good foundation for a successful relationship. Here, I'd like to show you how you can get your ex back by really taking a look at who you are and how you're bringing yourself to your ex. First, though, I want you to know that I understand how you're feeling. I think most people go through a difficult breakup at some point in their lives, and I'm no different, that's for sure. I'm truly sorry to hear that you're going through a challenging time like this right now, and no one would blame you for feeling sad. However, right now, the one person who can't feel sorry for you is yourself. You see, if you really want to get your ex back and save your relationship, you need to get a solid plan together. I know that you probably just feel like hiding away from the world right now, but you probably already know that this isn't going to get you the results you want. You see, there are really 3 simple things that you should be doing right now to start off with. 3 steps to getting your ex back. There are a lot of things you can do to get your ex back, but when you're first getting started, and pretty much no matter what your situation is, most successful plans start with these 3 steps. Now, I understand that you and your ex are unique people, and I know that your relationship was special. But no matter what your circumstances, at least consider how you might be able to apply these 3 things to your breakup. First, realize that this starts with your mindset. As I said earlier, you probably feel pretty bad right now. Maybe you're struggling just to pull yourself through the day in one piece, or you can't get to sleep at night because your mind keeps drifting back to him or her. But you need to realize that no matter how needy or desperate you may be feeling right now, this isn't going to get your ex back. You see, every time you call up your ex and beg them to take you back or try to profess your love to them, hoping that if you could just get through to them they'd come back, all you really do is make them feel guilt or pity for you. And despite your intentions, almost no one will fall in love out of guilt or pity. What initially attracted your partner to you in the first place? It was probably because you made them feel good. Maybe you were charming or humorous and won them over with your natural personality, right? Well, this is what you're going to have to do in order to get them back this time too. But how can I stop this horrible feeling? Well, maybe you're thinking that this all sounds good in theory, but how can you become the person that they fell in love with when you feel like you've been punched in the stomach or like your heart has been ripped out? Well, here are a few things that you can do to help you start to feel better. Take a moment and imagine what it would be like to be back together with that special someone again. Don't turn your mind to a memory from the past, but imagine something out in the future when the 2 of you are back together again, maybe only in a few weeks from now. It's important to make this image in your mind as real as you possibly can. Can you feel the warmth of their body as they wrap their arms around you? Can you see them smile at you when they look at you? Can you hear their voice as they gently whisper in your ear that they love you? Really get into this and dig in. The more real you make it, the better you'll feel. Now, if you did this exercise, you probably feel a lot better now, don't you? You see, at any time, you really have 2 choices on what to focus on. You can either focus on what you want, or you can focus on what you don't want. When you focus on what you don't want, you feel bad. When you focus on what you do want, you feel good. In fact, all negative feelings, and I do mean all, are the result of focusing on what you do not want. If you are feeling heartbroken and depressed, it's because you're focusing on what you don't want. Feelings of lack, loss, loneliness, rejection, etc. You can stop feeling these things by changing your focus, with things such as the exercise we just did. But this goes even deeper. Your ex can pick up on your emotions too. Do you think you're more likely to get your ex back by focusing on what you don't want and coming off as depressed, desperate, and needy? Or do you think you'd have a better chance if you felt hopeful, happy, and were fun to be around? I hope you're starting to really get the importance of your mindset when it comes to your relationships. The second thing is no contact. If you've been searching for advice on how to get your ex back, you've probably come across the no contact rule before. If you haven't heard of it, basically all you do is completely stop contacting your ex for 1 month. Now, some people will tell you to do this to make your ex miss you and to force them to contact you. This borders on unethical coercion and manipulation in my book, and that's not the reason why you want to use the no contact rule. You want to use it for 2 reasons. First, you need time to heal your emotional wounds from the breakup. It will be much harder to get back on your feet if you're constantly seeing your ex and end up fighting or hearing about the new person they're dating. That will just reopen the wounds and make healing much slower and difficult. So do no contact to give yourself a chance to work through your feelings and pull yourself back together. Second, you want to do it to keep yourself from doing things that you probably already know aren't helping your cause. Calling your ex several times per day, begging for them to take you back, or following their every move online are only going to hurt you. Doing no contact for 1 month is important because, in addition to giving you the time to heal, it will prevent you from doing things like this that will only push your ex further away from you. It might be difficult at first to quit reaching out to your ex, but just remember that exercise we did earlier. If you ever feel like you're about to contact them, ask yourself what your motivation is. If you feel that you're doing it because of some negative feeling, just refocus your mind on what you want. And the third thing is to get busy and improve your confidence. The third thing you want to do is to get out and start doing things. Although this may not seem like it will help you get your ex back, bear with me for a moment. You see, getting out and joining groups, taking classes, exercising, or volunteering will help you because you'll be taking your life in a new direction. This causes you to build confidence in yourself as you progress towards achieving a goal. And you'd better believe that this feeling of confidence will help when you start talking to your ex again. And here's a hint, confidence is very attractive. It doesn't really matter what you do, just as long as it's something that you are genuinely interested in and want to do. Maybe you need to lose some weight, so you might start working out. Maybe you've always wanted to write a novel, so you might join a writer's circle. Or maybe you want to help others who are worse off than you, so you might volunteer at a soup kitchen. Don't do something just because it would look good. Do it because you actually care about it. But what do you do if you've already broken all of these rules? Some people want to know what they should do if they've already made every mistake in the book. Does this mean that you've lost your chance? Not by a long shot. All you need to do is stop doing the things you were doing before and do these 3 things here from this day forward. It's never too late. This advice has helped countless people before, and it can definitely help you. So, what should you do from here? Well, I've just given you a lot of information. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or confused, that's probably normal. Take the time you need to soak it all in. But if you're still not quite sure what to do to get your ex back and you want to learn more, click on the link below. I've set up a special website together with Mika that will show you more about how you can really incorporate this information into your life so that you've got the best chance of getting your ex back. So click below and I'll show you more of the proven plan for getting them back.